So hello and welcome to Let's Talk SEO. And I assure you this is not clickbait. It's definitely an attack. So this news was posted a few days ago and now it's been updated. And it says Web3 companies with domains at Squarespace are under attack. And this is not your regular run-of-the-mill type of cyber attack. This is a cyber attack that's highly malicious. It's meant to not only compromise personal information or go after personal information, but also steal crypto wallets. And for now, these attackers are targeting websites in the crypto space, which they know have crypto wallets, and they can easily divert those funds to their own private crypto wallets and make away with that money. The fact is that this type of attack vector, which we will go into, can be used on any other website on Squarespace, which makes Squarespace highly unreliable at the moment until they're able to find a way around it. So the news here is many Web3 companies are reporting that the domains registered at Squarespace have been hijacked, like literally taken over by attackers. Earlier today, Unstoppable Domains wrote on X that it is a victim. It is concerned that people are spoofing the company in email and might create a fake website to try to drain crypto wallets. Now, this is a serious issue. And I've asked some people who used to be my clients and they had a Squarespace site if Squarespace has emailed them letting them know that this is a potential issue. And all of them have said they have not received an email from Squarespace. So at the very least, you would expect that Squarespace emails all of their customers letting them know that there is an issue or an ongoing issue. And if they see something unusual on their sites, regardless or not, if they're in the crypto space, even the business in the crypto space have the most to lose. But despite the fact that they might not be in the crypto space, they just see something unusual on their website, they should report it or provide them with steps that they should take to mitigate whatever attack is ongoing. So the problem started impacting many crypto companies yesterday, which is I think the 12th of July, but I'm not entirely sure because this news was published on the 12th of July. So I'm assuming this is from maybe the 11th of July. The problem started impacting many crypto companies yesterday. So Michael Coates, CEO, COO, and CISO at KindList explained how the attack works. So the attackers are gaining unauthorized access to Squarespace and adjusting settings to forward all emails to an attacker's email address at proton.me address. So what's happening is, let's say you have a website on Squarespace, the attacker is able to spoof your email address. And so all the emails that were supposed to come into your inbox are going into the attacker's inbox, which is a Proton email address, which is a crypto type of an email address, so it's undetectable. It's it's really hard to know who owns the email. So the attacker then initiates password resets at important third-party services such as chat services and custodians. These resets are targeting specific individuals the attackers believe have admin access to the accounts, and so for some reason somehow they also know like who the admins are and what their email addresses are, and so they're directly using the admin's email address, which they're spoofing by the way, to reset their password. So they would use the admin's email address, enter that into their password reset, and they would then get the link to reset their password in their Proton email address. If the email forward attack was successful and the password reset would be sent to the attacker, they'd be able to extract the password reset URLs and then take over third-party services, exactly as I mentioned. Attackers would then use all of this access to either directly drain funds or modify websites to include malicious code to compromise users. And most times, I'll tell you, 9 out of 10 times, if they don't find anything of use or of monetary value on your site, this is what they'll do, is they'll inject malicious code on the website. And it's not done manually anymore, like what some people think. It's not some hacker sitting at a keyboard and doing this. Once they figure out the attack vector, they build a tool that does it on autopilot, and it literally goes through hundreds of domains, I assume, doing it simultaneously. And even those reset links are clicked on via the email automatically, because that's how most attacks work nowadays. So you might be surprised that so many crypto companies have a domain at Squarespace. That's because the domains were at Google Domains. So originally they were all Google Domains clients, which sold its domain name business to Squarespace last year. And this is another attack where we're saying that someone has sold a business to another business and now they're not responsible. So you originally bought from Google domains, which you trusted, and then they sold to Squarespace, which you never had an original deal with. And now you're in the new management, and many people might not even know this. And so this type of thing happens a lot. And, even I might not be aware of, what high level transfers are being taken by my hosting company. But this type of thing happens, and often it's at the expense of the end user because you have no idea who this new company is, what they're going to do, what kind of security they're going to provide, and that puts your account at risk. So while Unstoppable Domains did not have a VeriSign registry lock on its domain, which is also a security problem, they should have had this. This might not have prevented the type of attack that's occurring. Now, let me tell you from personal experience, this type of attack vector is not new. This has been used. There are variations of this out there that have been used consistently for the past few years. Regardless of the size of your site, the type of your site, this type of attack vector is very, very hard to prevent. And it has absolutely nothing to do with your password. It has absolutely nothing to do with your username. It also has nothing to do whether or not you have that padlock in your URL. The other piece of news, and this was recently updated, I think it was updated yesterday, and they're saying here is, so they've said that changing DNS record data allows attackers to route visitors to a website's legitimate URL to phishing from, so changing DNS record data allows attackers to reroute visitors to a website's legitimate URL to phishing sites if designed well, won't arouse too much suspicion on the user's end. In the case targeting cryptocurrency and blockchain companies, the researchers say that phishing sites are designed to steal tokens and other digital assets from users' digital wallets. There have also been cases of attackers are spotted creating new Google Workspace admin accounts and registering new devices and browsers to them. That said, as I said, this is not something new. This is said to be made possible again by the Squarespace acquisition of Google domains. See, our security researcher is just echoing exactly what I just told you guys. Both Squarespace and Google domains are resellers of Google Workspace. And so it would stand to reason that if you have a Google Workspace account, this attack vector could be modified to target your sites, even not necessarily if you're on Squarespace. So even if you're not on Squarespace, you could be affected. Now, I've not dug too deep into this, but I would say if you have a Squarespace account like Compound Labs, Unstoppable Domains, Sealer, and Pendle, then you should rethink, maybe set up your own personal server. There are, however, hundreds of more domains that are alleged to be at risk of similar DNS hijacking, so it may not be over just yet. It can happen to the best of us. This has been updated yesterday, and this is what the security researchers have to say. And I would say, make sure that you take the security of your website very, very, very seriously and do as much as you can to prevent these types of attacks, because once you're attacked, it's very hard to recover from it, both in terms of your SEO and also in terms of your business's reputation. I've never used Squarespace because when I tried using it and experimenting with it with some SEO, I found that it just didn't work well for me. But everyone's mileage does vary. I would rather have things on my own hands than use a third-party platform. Let me know in the comments below if there are any Squarespace users here. Like and subscribe as always, and I will see you in the next video.